Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to go over a couple things. We're going to get force spawn Gibles with the overload, or whatever you want to call the method. I didn't discover this method. I originally found out about it from Panfro Games, where he showed me how to use this method to get a shiny Onyx. And then I went to Papa Hefe's YT. I went to his channel, watched his live stream where he was trying to do it but couldn't quite figure it out. I'm not sure if he figured it out yet, but I figured it out. I was able to force 3 spawns, and I kind of like understand it quite a bit. So today we're gonna run you through it. Yep. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, it's nighttime. We want to switch to daytime. I just want to show you that it's not set up. Or is it? Yeah. So we got all drillbers. Alright. So there's a couple things that you don't want to do while doing this. I'll talk about it as we get along, as we go along in the video, and you'll be able to follow along. So fast traveling is officially out of the question. We're no longer fast traveling. I was able to fast travel a couple times, but it's inconsistent, and sometimes it just kind of like messes up the whole thing. So there won't be any fast travel shiny hunting method to this. This will be a runaway slash respawn. I'll get into the entire method, but essentially what I'm looking for. Well, first off, I'm gonna drop a save real quick, because I need Alpha Drillbur, specifically Alpha Drillbur, because Drillbur's the only Pokemon, not the only one, but he's the one that shares the spawn with Gible and knows Dig. The regular Drillburs don't. So just gonna look around. I specifically want the ones on the edge. Don't see one. And we're just gonna back out. Run about 70 meters away to reset the spawns. About 70 meters to be right around this tree. And sometimes they don't do it, so I like to run. If that don't work, I typically just go around the light pole. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep resetting the spawns until I find Alpha Drillbur, and then I'll get back to it. Okay, so found the Alpha Drober. Drop a quick save. Mark it on the map. Good enough. Then I'm gonna make a note where it's at. So it's the front entrance is about the 3rd spawn. It definitely helps to write this down. So this is zone 8. This is the front entrance right there. And this is about where that Drober is at. I marked it with an X to show that this is the alpha spawn that I snatched it from. So now what I want to do is I want to get him out the zone. Gonna dig. Give it a second. Alright, I got him out. I'm gonna drop a save. I'm gonna reset the game. I'm gonna get him to follow. Breaks the leash. And then I want to put them like right around that tree. Like that first tree is crucial. Most of the time when I couldn't get it to stay consistent, it was because it was either too close from the original spawn or too far. So you got to kind of play with it just a bit, which is why I feel like doing one Alpha Drober at a time. It's a lot easier than doing multiple, because trying to get 2 or 3 Drober to cooperate, so it'll have you going crazy. I'm going to kind of like mark roughly where he's at. A little bit more. A little too much. Kind of do want to be pretty accurate with this. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go between 65 and 69 meters. Do not break 70, he'll despawn. That sweet spot for me is 66, 67. Drop a save. Look at that. Anyway. So my Drober's there. I'm gonna grab the attention of him, bring him with me, because I don't want him to despawn as I'm checking these holes. Okay. So I got him. Look, another alpha. We're not gonna worry about him right now. Don't wanna. So okay, I got a Gible. I'm gonna keep a note of where I found that Gible, because it could have just been by chance that I found that Gible. There's another Gible that could be just by chance. Yeah. So my Drober's still there. can have him follow you. Just whatever you do, just don't let him despawn. So I'm gonna come back here to reset. You gotta be careful that he doesn't fly, he doesn't dig back into the zone, because that'll mess things up. But got him coming. Drill. Okay, so I despawned him, which is fine. We'll just restart the game. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of play with his like location on how far and how close he is to that tree, because that has a lot to do with the spawn. I did get him kind of like deeper into the zone, so typically I found the ones closest to the entrance you need to have farther out to the tree, and then the ones closer, like farther out, you need to have closer to the zone. So I'm gonna just show you exactly what I mean. I'm gonna grab his attention, I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna get him to break the leash. I want him to break his leash, lose interest. Yeah. Let's try right there, closer to the zone. Okay, just closer. We'll reset the spawns. Have him follow me. I don't want him to despawn. See, if you run too fast and you leave him behind, he might despawn. Yeah. Keep note where we found that Gible. That one might just be by chance. Kind of looks like it's not completely finished. Despawned him. And now we're just kind of confirming. I think it's kind of messed up on my end because I've already done the glitch, which is why I'm having Gible spawn. I try to reset it. I've like knocked all the Pokemon out. I fast traveled. It's pretty iffy. But I got the Gible there. I keep saying Gible, Drillbur. Get his attention. I want him close. Try not to despawn him. There's the Drillbur. So I'm gonna reset one more time just to double check before I change his position again. I think he has to be just a little bit closer to the zone because his spawn point was originally pretty far. So like right there, dig. If you to go in the zone, he'll dig into the zone. So you just want to give it a second. Let him hit you. Okay. Alright, so we need to change his position. I believe we need to bring him closer. So for time's sake, I'm gonna restart because I burnt a lot of time and I need to save daylight. Because if you don't get this set up and it switches from night to day, that could kind of mess up the whole shebang. So for time's sake, I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna grab his attention. And I'm gonna break the chain. Break the leash. Yeah. So let's try right there. So what I noticed is when you pull an alpha, he can potentially spawn the Gible, the guaranteed Gible, in 3 locations. And I'll explain more as I get there. But this is why I wrote it down. And I'm a visual learner, and so when I see things, I grasp it better. Helps me understand. Yeah. He's gonna dig. I'm gonna let him hit me. You can dodge it if you want. Just don't want him back in the zone. And I got him from over here. So we got a drill burr. Drill burr. Okay, keep an eye on that Gible. I don't think that was it, but we'll check. Go back and confirm. Bring him with you so he doesn't despawn. Hope that reset. I might have to go back further. Let's get him back. Got that Gible twice in a row. I do like to confirm it 5 times in a row. So I'm gonna reset again. You notice how you ran to the zone, he was closer. You gotta kind of play with how close you want him to the zone. So we're gonna reset the spawns. And that Gible was in the same exact spot. It's not always the case, but this is how I kind of confirm. Just grab his attention again. Digging. Bring him over here. So I got a Gible there. That's more of what I was thinking he was going to show up at. But yeah. Let's see if I got. Okay. Third Gible in a row. Now, I'm gonna do it until 5. If I get 5 Gible in a row, I don't have to adjust where he is much. Fourth Gible. time just to confirm. Good to there. Okay. So I got 5 Gible spawns. Drop a save right here. I think he's done it. Now, to confirm, I'm going to leave him there. I'm going to reset the spawns. Because I don't know if the Gible is spawning because I'm moving him closer, or if where he's at is like the right position, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna let him despawn. Even if he despawns, if it's set up, it's set up. Okay, Gible. Despawn. I'm gonna try to sneak past him. There. Here's how I'm gonna confirm. I'm gonna let him break the leash. I'm gonna reset the spawn. I'm gonna let him break his leash and go back to his position, and then I'm gonna try to sneak past him. Good enough. You shouldn't really pursue too much. Yeah, I got another Gible. So it's based on his location. I think his location is fine. Got 3 of them in a row. Got time for 1 more. Run back. See, I'm gonna beat him there. I don't want him to be close to the gate. Okay, so I didn't get his attention. Gible. Now keep in mind, I got him right here, like the alpha Gible in this area. So I think we're good. I think we're applied it. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna wait for day switchover. So I like to. You never want the day to switch over while you're in the zone, because I found that like sometimes it doesn't affect it, sometimes it messes it up. So what I do is I like to reset it. Leave the Gible, the Gible where he's at. Let the day switch over. So I got him there. I have been seeing Gible there. So this is my confirmed spawn, alright? The one with the X is my confirmed spawn. This is where I pulled the alpha from. But I've been catching the Gible there. And sometimes there's a 3rd one right here, but we'll make the connection here in a second. You'll see what I mean. So I just did this right here for now so you could see that these 2 holes are tied together. Now that it's reset, Gible despawned, but it's fine. He despawned in a location where we set the glitch up. So, in theory, the Gible should be there permanently. So you got these 3 holes. This is where I got the Gible from, and he's been shot. He's been popping. This is where I got the Gible from. The Gible was spawning here, and that's all I've got it. But typically he'll spawn here too. But we'll drop a reset. We'll just run out and reset it real quick. just to make sure. I don't have to worry about Drillbur despawning. He's not. I don't got a Drillbur outside the zone, so it's perfect to test it here. I like to test it, you know, try to get 3 or 5 in a row to make sure the Gibles are good before I move on to the next step. Okay. Okay, so I didn't get him there. Okay, so I got him there. I'm right where I caught him at, or where he opened up at. So to the left of the zone, first spot. Like this. It's like roughly, I kind of like mapped it out. Reset the spawns and test again. I'm not seeing much on this side. I think that one's by chance. That one's like out of his spawn zone. Okay. They came out at the same spot. Tells me that this is connected. Like that. So I pulled the Drillbur from here, but I've been able to get Gible to spawn here and here consistently. I found that for every main hole you snatch the alpha from, you have 3 other like holes that could spawn the confirmed Gible. So I'm just mapping that out real quick. Okay, so I got him right around here. These are from this main hole. Gible is a guaranteed spawn in either this location, or this location. So we got the first one down. We're gonna leave the zone again, and we're just gonna keep confirming until daybreak. At this point, I don't like to reset on the bench because it's not guaranteed. Like it hasn't done anything to me, but it had like one time it did kind of like mess up my spawn. So I kind of like to wait until the day shifts like on its own, and I don't do it manually. So I just use this time to continue to test the points. And sometimes if I find another alpha, I probably, and if I got enough time, I'll set them up. All right, so I got the Gible where I got the Gible in the. I can't hold. Okay. So, Gible. Right there to the left of the zone where I had originally marked out. So he's spawning in those one of those 3 locations, well 4 locations. He can spawn in the alpha hole itself or any of the other 3. So just because there's nothing on that side tells me that my Gible should be right here. No? Okay, so he spawned. That was a little weird. He spawned over there, but guaranteed spawn. It'll make more sense as 2 and 3 comes out. The point is that I'm getting a guaranteed Gible spawn every single time. At first it was confusing me too. So if you did find another Drober on the edge, like at night, you can do it at night, but you got to keep in mind that nighttime moves a lot faster than the daytime, so you have to like get going. Like it has to be pretty fast. So I prefer to do it during the daytime, but if I catch it early in the night, then I'm good to go. So Drober, Gible spawn there. I'm pretty sure you could probably just bench reset to daytime to make the process a lot faster. I'm just trying to minimize anything that could potentially mess me up. Once I catch my shiny Gible, I'm down to test it out and try it out more. So that's an alpha. It's too early in the night. So I did get a Gible, but is that from my auto Gible? Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna wait here until daybreak. And we're gonna find another alpha Drober. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna confirm 2 spawns, like 2 automatic spawns, and we're gonna map that out. I think the most important spawn is where you pulled the alpha from, because that kind of gives you like an area of where like you should expect your auto spawn. But so I marked my alpha spawns with an X, saying that's where I pulled my alpha from. All right, it's daytime. I like to drop a save just in case I go almost the whole majority of the day and I don't find the alpha. I could just reset and keep going. So I just drop a save there, just a little safety net. It doesn't really affect anything. You don't have to drop a save. But I'm looking for another edge. Just want to make sure that my Gible's still spawning. So I got a Gible. I think that's my Gible right there. I think that's my Gible. That one fell. The other one was just a chance. Anyway. So I've done flyaways, like just coming out the zone and then flying back in. I was able to get it without no problem a couple times, but then it was inconsistent. Sometimes it'll like mess my whole spawn up and I'll get no Gibles again and I have to start the whole process over, so I just run away. I didn't find my Gible that zone. Here. Okay. I see an alpha over there. Let's get out the zone just so everything can stop bothering me. Drop a save. Give you little tips. I like to KO these guys because they just get in the way. Go over. Mark where he is. Damn, they're perfect. Drop another save just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna make a note on where he's at. He is like the second spawn in on the left. So I'll mark that. And I'm gonna draw him out. Big. He faints you, it's fine. You can just save it. Alright. Once he's out the zone, drop a quick save. I notice he has to be like 65-ish meters away from where you originally got him from. Not 70. 70 kind of messes it up. I've got it to work on 70, but anything in between 50 and 70, you should be good. Just don't go past 70. Don't go less than 50. But again, the sweet spot I found was to be 60 plus, which is typically that tree. Unless it's like one of the very first spawns that you come up, then you got to put them out a little bit farther. But I like to get them right next to the tree, or like right in front of the tree, and then save. So that's where his new spawn location is. Restart the game. I'm gonna mark him. I'm gonna move back between 65 and 70 meters. Not gonna break 70 meters. Don't want to despawn him, but I definitely want to. Between 65 and 67 is kind of the sweet spot, but it's good. I'm gonna go. That works. Okay. Now we're gonna see if we made it work, or do we need to make adjustments? Might need to bring him a little bit closer. He might be perfect where he's at, just because he wasn't too far in the zone where I got him. But make sure he's still there. He's still there. Bring him to the zone so he doesn't despawn. Let's check for our original. So that should be our first one, our first auto spawn. And I got him over here, so we can spawn one either here, here, or even potentially back here. But I'm not seeing it. Let's just go out, reset the spawns real quick. Try that again. If nothing, I'll move him closer, because it probably just needs to be closer to the zone. It looks like I despawned him as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset and get him back up. And I'm gonna bring him closer to the zone. And then we're gonna test again. And then I gotta either move him closer or move him farther. We gotta kind of play with it, figure it out. My guess would be I have to move him a bit closer. So that's what we're gonna do. Right there. Okay, we gotta reset the spawns. Check for our original Gible. I think that is our original auto spawn. There goes 2. We're gonna run out. We're gonna reset the spawn. I'm gonna see if we get 2 more. So I'm gonna put a little note on where we found that giveaway. If you can see, look, this is what I mean where they start to line up, right? So here's where I caught the original drover. I found the second Gible there. I found the first Gible there. I'm gonna confirm it before I draw here, but they all connect. You'll see as you'll see. We're just gonna confirm. We're gonna mark where we found the Gible. I just want to make sure that that wasn't just by chance or if that was actually a second Gible. So here's 1, which should be my original. Here's 2. So I got him about right there. Just gonna draw a circle where I'm like finding the Gibles. But anyway, there's 2 of them. I despawned a Gible, a drover. It's fine. Right now we're just in the confirming phase anyway. I'm gonna mark everywhere I find a second because it's you see it all pieces together later on. It was confusing me in the beginning, and then as I got to see it, it started to make sense. So I do gotta reset the spawn. Right around that pole is like 70, no, right around the tree is like 70. The pole, it's just guaranteed. Sometimes they stay in, sometimes they don't when you go around the tree, but I've never had an issue. So we'll see. Drover. Okay. First Gible came in the last spot. That could be either or. Got a second Gible right there. Okay. I'm gonna confirm again. Did I despawn him again? Well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pay attention. But yeah, so I got the first Gible right here, and then the second Gible right here, and then we're gonna. I'm pretty sure it's good, so I'm gonna draw the line so you can see it. But there should be a third location which he's spawning. So original. No, this is the original. I got him to spawn here, here, and here. And then this one I got to spawn here and here. But there could be a third location, probably somewhere up here. We'll see as it goes on. But you'll get a better understanding, get a better. Okay, so just make sure not to despawn this drover. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay. So I'll just drop a save right here just so we don't have to do that again. Bring him with me. Low-key might have despawned him. Nope, he's right there. Okay, so I got a Gible there. And a Gible there. And my drill burst still there. Reset the spawn. So the guaranteed Gible spawn, it does switch between the same locations, but they are guaranteed, which kind of shows me that these holes are like tied between 2 or 3 locations. I think what matters is like the initial where you like pulled the alpha drover from, and then you can kind of like piece it together later on. In theory, you should be able to get like 4 of these working. So okay, I got that Gible there, which is from the original. I know for a fact that's the first one. Okay, and I got a second one. That one might be by chance. That one has been popping up consistently. Okay, I think I just got lucky that time. Got 4 of them. So let's do that again. Back. Okay, that's for sure the first one. Second one should be around here. Second one right there. Those are spots that I marked. That's perfect. Okay, definitely the first one. Second one is either going to spawn here, here, which is right there, or there. I got it twice again. Yep. I'm just going to save just in case I mess up. We're going to confirm again. So in theory, right, like once you confirm, you should be able to just bench reset to nighttime to despawn the drover, and then it should be locked into place. I just don't want to mess anything up, so I haven't done it. But in theory, like once you confirm 3 or 4 times you're getting 2 in a row, you should be able to just reset and get going. I'm just being very cautious because I don't want to mess anything up. Low-key might have despawned drover. Okay, I got 1, I got 2. So I think that other one was completely by chance, because there goes my confirmed spot. But looks like I did despawn Jober. Okay. Good thing I saved, because then the time would have went back and then we would have had to wait. But so we're just gonna let Tom kill himself. I'm happy. Oh, matter of fact, let me just confirm that this is not because Jober is like moving up close. I want to leave him exactly where he's at. I should have had him follow me all the way. Because I've had it where, because I had him chasing me going forward, it like spawned properly, but then when the night switched over, night day shift switched over, it didn't work. Because he wasn't in the right position. He just happened to be in the right position at that exact moment when it spawned, if that makes sense. So what I like to do is just to confirm that he's in the right position, is I like to, where he doesn't see me, he's right where he would be, where he would despawn, and then confirming the holes. Okay, so that's definitely the first one. Second one could be either this one, which it is, or one that spawns back there. But nope, that's perfect. I confirm that it's Jober's in a great position. So whatever you do from the day to night shift over, you don't want to be in the zone. I've got it to where I had three guaranteed spawns, and when it switched over, I was in the zone because I was trying to do like some last minute checks, and yeah, it went down from 3 spawns to 2, and I didn't save. It was and then I tried to reset it and ended up breaking from 2 to 1, and just be outside of the zone. I wrote down a couple rules. So this is how I set it up originally. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3. This is where I pulled the 3 alpha Jobers from, and then I was getting a guaranteed spawn either here, or here for the first one. For the second one, I was either getting them here, or here. I know that one's a little far. And then for the third one, I was getting the guaranteed spawn either here, or here. You do get the little outliers up here, but those are just chance. But I got all 3 of them to spawn guaranteed from these areas. Whatever you do is when you're picking an alpha, like when you are picking your alpha, just don't choose an alpha in the same spot. So for example, like if I pull the alpha Jober from here, right, and I do the whole method, and day to night shift goes over, and I come in, and this is again the alpha Jober, I don't want to choose the exact same one. See, this one, I got this one first, and then this one came alpha, and I tried it on here. It worked perfectly fine, but just don't choose the alpha that you already did, because you already have that spawn with a guaranteed spawn point. So like you can either undo what you just did, or absolutely nothing to change. But I just didn't want to find out, you know. Yeah, again, so in theory, right, you can, at this point, after you confirm that it's working, just hit the bench twice, go tonight, go back today. It still should be working in theory, and then get the process going. You don't have to wait for the day-night cycle. A lot of this is just like set up. In reality, you should be able to set this up in 20 to 30 minutes. I'm just being extra cautious because I don't want to mess it up. Once it despawns, once the Jober despawns automatically from the natural day-night cycle, there's no problem. You could bench reset, you could do all of that. Just, you could save, close your game, come back, it'll still be there. But what you can't do is you can't fly, you can't get caught in a day and night shift in the zone, and you can't leave out the backside of the zone. So when I got tired of hunting Gible, I tried to run out the backside and run to area 20 since I knew I couldn't fast travel. I ran all the way to area 20, entered that zone, and then when I came back to continue hunting for Gible, everything was messed up. So I don't know if it was initially just leaving the back zone, or was it because I entered another area? But just don't do it. Keep it simple. I've only been able to get 3 guaranteed spawns. I did try to set up a 4th spawn one time, and it did mess up. So I've been staying at 3. Once I collect my Gible, I'll do some more testing and see if I can get 4. In theory, I should be able to get at least 4, because before you set up the glitch, you got around 4 to 5 spawns, right? So in theory, you could have 4 to 5 guaranteed Gible spawns. I just haven't been able to get it to work, and 3 has been working out pretty good for me. I'm able to cover 4 to 5 Gible in one go around, because you got the 3 guaranteed plus the chances of rolling the random Gibles, and that's enough for me. But in theory, you should be able to get 4 or 5. Haven't tested it yet. Not gonna test it yet until I get my Gible. What else? Okay, so I also have another theory. My theory is once you got all your confirmed spawns and you're no longer like pulling drillburs out, what you could do is you can start knocking out like the Sandiles and the Nummels and all of the other Pokemon that aren't in the hole, so that when you do pop a shiny, one of those Pokemon aren't shiny, and it'll be one of the drillbur. Another part to that theory is if you find, if one of your alpha holes that you pulled out of alpha drillbur is shiny, don't catch it, don't kill it, leave it be, because then that guarantees that it can only spawn a Gible, and there is no like jumping back and forth. Don't catch it, don't kill it. It might, 1, it might reset everything. 2, it guarantees that if that hole shines again, it's going to be the Gible. Again, just theories. These are all things that I had wrote down, just messing with it. I was on here 5-6 hours last night just trying to understand this method. I kind of took what I learned from Panfro's game, setting up this method for Drillbur and Onyx, because I went to go hunt for a shiny Onyx, and I was successfully got the shiny Onyx. That one I was able to do the AFK method on. Like once I set it up, I could just keep flying back and forth, just set up a macro. But for this one, I tried to just keep flying back and forth, and you know, 2-3 times I had no issues. 3rd time, it reset and mess everything up. I no longer get 2 or 3 guaranteed spawns, so I just don't fly away in this method. I don't even hit the bench if I don't have to. Once it's set up, it's set up. I just run back and forth, let the day and night switch by itself. Only thing I need to worry about is just not getting caught in the zone as the day and night like cycle goes on. Other than that, I was able to keep it going. So we're about to switch over tonight. We're gonna see if confirm everything, make sure everything's good, and then we'll look for another Gible. We'll look for another alpha drillbur to keep going and get a guaranteed 3rd. Okay. So now I don't have to worry about despawning. So alright, that's the original. That's the second one. Going around a light pole, we're gonna do that 2-3 times just to confirm, and then we're gonna wait for daytime. Again, in theory, once you confirm, you should be able to just hit the bench, go into daytime, and then continue the process. I'm very superstitious. I just don't think, if there's a chance that it might mess up, I don't even want to do it. So that's the first one, which tells me that those aren't in it. That's the second one right there. Obviously you could get more, but those are the 2 guaranteed spots. Look there, I got another one right there. Okay, so here's a good example. I forgot to bring this up. I do not go for alphas that are dead smack in the middle, I've tried it. I've got it to work consistently once or twice. I've also got it to break everything else that I've originally done. So I try to stay to the edges from the left and to the right. I would even do like one that's like right here, like the ones that spawn right here or right here. I would potentially do one of those, but an alpha spawn that's like way out in the center, I won't even touch it. I'll just let it go. It's not worth it to me. I mean, at that point, with that being said though, getting a third one could definitely be pretty time consuming. But in my head, you got 2 actively going, so you just shiny hunt with 2 until you find a third one, set up the third one, and once you got 3 going, you're good to go. But I try to stick to the edges. As long as it's not the same alpha one that I pulled before, then we're good to go. Hopefully it doesn't take too long and I can show you. So there goes my original one. Guaranteed. See that? I would go for it. Actually, I am gonna go for it. That's my second one. So that I will go for. I'm gonna save, drop a save real quick. And again, you could do this at night. It just takes a bit longer. So, don't really care if I get knocked out too much. He is right there. It's about, I think it's the same one as this one. It is slightly more this way, but like give or take it's around this, but I'll mark an X there if it works. But it should be that one right there. A little bit more. That's good for me. Yeah, with all of these other Pokemon, it's kind of hard not to get knocked out, but I don't want to. Oh, thank God! Wait a second. There we go. I get it out the zone. I did. Drop a save. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to KO my like any Pokemon that came like from the ground, because that's how you like break the combination between the two, if that makes sense. Like they're tied, they're linked together. So if I like, even if I don't faint a Gible, for example, if I faint a Drober, I can mess up the Gible spawn, or vice versa. If I mess up the Gible, then I can break the guarantee, like the alpha Drober spot, if that makes any sense. But I'm gonna grab him like right in front of the tree. Reset. Okay, so in theory, right? If this is the one, then I should be able to guarantee a Gible from either here, 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 and maybe here. These 3, or I don't know. We'll test it out and figure it out, but you'll see how they all interlink and intertwine and all of that good stuff. Okay. Mark him. Good for me. Go about between 65 and 67. I chose a Fletchling. Whatever, I don't care. Save, restart. Then we're gonna go around. Might have to adjust him He might be perfectly fine where he's at. We might have to move him closer, might have to move him a little bit farther, but... Is that Bring him with me so he doesn't despawn. I don't have much time, as you can see. Like, it's at night. I only got half the day, and that goes by pretty quick. Yeah. So in theory, we have our original. We have a second. Reset it one more time, just confirm, and then I'll move him either closer or farther away. He's pretty far. I think I have to move him closer. That's our first Gible. That's our second Gible. Because again, that one might be by chance. Not sure. That one was a bit weird. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna reset and then I'm gonna move him closer. See if I can get the third, the guaranteed third one going. I wonder what was that shiny stuff. Probably something up there. Anyway. We'll move him closer. Get him over here. Right there. And of course, I got seen by Pokemon, so it didn't work. Just gonna reset just to save time, just in case I gotta keep adjusting later on. You know, I'm being extra cautious here. I wonder what that shiny sound is. I'm gonna be pretty upset if it's a fletchling. I got about 40 fletchlings. Off that way. Right there. So let me go reset the spawn real quick. Might have to move him a bit closer. Wait, how the hell? Anyway. So that's my original. That can be the second or third one. And I got 3. So, did I despawn them? Of course I did. Okay, let's reset. Try not to despawn them so we could do this 2 or 3 times, kind of get a confirmation. Then the day to night cycle should be pretty quick because it's nighttime. But I gotta reset the spawns. I'll save on the way back, so I'll have to do that again. I gotta let him get in front of me. Save right here. That's 1. That's 2. There's Alpha Jobber. There's 3. Make sure that that wasn't a fluke. So reset the spawns again. One. 2. 3. Okay, and before this switches over to day, I just want to confirm it's not because he's moving closer. So I'm gonna beat it, like I'm gonna enter the zone without being seen. He hasn't seen it yet. 1, 2, 3. So that would have been my third one. The other one was lucky. Drop a save right here. Just in case anything goes bad. I low-key might have time. Do one more check. That's what I'm gonna do. That's saved just in case. One of those was definitely lucky though. Or not. I mean, I got 3 again, so good enough for me. Okay, I gotta reset. I did despawn him. Don't want to despawn them. I want to let the day to night cycle despawn them automatically. I don't want to mess anything up. It might not mess anything up. I don't know that. But again, being extra cautious. But I will try with one of them. Because why not? spotted me. Oh, I don't know. Alpha Cobra. 2. 3. Still spawned in, yep. Good enough for me. Okay. Lovely recap. That indeed was the alpha spawn. I did get that weird one over there. Okay. So let's, at this point there's no return, so let's just drop a save real quick. Spawn should have reset from flying in, so I'm not going to reset them. 1, 2, 3. We'll go reset again, just to confirm. I'll do that 3 times. See if I get at least 3 Gible 3 times in a row. One, 2, 3. That shiny over there. Do one more time, just to make sure. One. Silver. Alpha silver. That's 2. 3 in a row. So I would say that's successfully working. And just to show you, I have got mixed results at night. At night it'll jump from 3 guaranteed to 2 back to 3. I don't know. I like to do it during the daytime. I would even save when I know it's doing 3, and then we get to go. One. 2, 3. Reset the spawns, do it one more again. But yeah, what I was saying earlier was like what I was doing was I walk in the zone and I would KO the Nummels, the Sandiles, this one, and everything else that has a chance to be shiny. Just so there's 2, the Machops, just so that like when I get my shiny, it's more likely to be a hole. There goes 3. And there you go. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the day one more time, just to confirm. Day gives me more time, so normally I get 3 spawns. I do a full day cycle, then I would just soft reset or like close the app and then get back going again. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. One of those might be lucky though. There's 4, that's where I was expecting it to spawn. I got 4 that go around. Oh, and you could even close the app. So yeah, I know this video, the whole video itself took me 1 hour and 25 minutes to set it up. But again, that's me being overly cautious. In theory, you don't have to wait for the day-night cycle to shift. Once you confirm that it's worked, you could just hit the bench and, you know, go from there. That's 2 of them. I just was being extra cautious, but once it's set up, man, it's set up. That's 3 right there. Yep. So, quick little recap, just to make sure. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find an alpha drober, right? We're gonna get him, and like, we're gonna get only on the edges of the circle, right? Only on the edges. I'm gonna mark where I got that alpha drober. I'm going to get him out the zone, and I'm gonna save immediately, so his new spawn point is out the zone. From there, I'm going to have him chase me so that he's between 50 and 70 meters from where you originally pulled him from. Then I'm gonna save again and then reset the game. From there, I'm gonna mark where he's at. I'm gonna push out between 65 and 69 meters from where he's at. 70 is there, but you might like despawn him at 70, so just stay within 70. I'm gonna save, and then he should be good to go. From there, I'm gonna run in the zone, and I'm gonna check to see if I got any Gible, and I'm gonna keep a note on where I seen the Gible. I'm gonna do that 2 or 3 times to see if it's a guaranteed Gible. If it's not, I'm going to adjust where he's positioned. So typically I like to put him right here at this first tree, like lined up with this first tree. Sometimes if it's not working, I'll move him up closer, or I'll even push him back a little bit farther. I've had like spawns where I pulled the alpha like right here, and so being like right on the tree was too close. I needed to go behind the tree. So I'm just kind of measuring the distance between. There's no exact distance, or at least I haven't went for an exact distance. I just moved them closer, moved them farther, saved his spawn at that point, and then reconfirmed the Gible. Once I can get a consistent Gible spawning in one of 3 locations, in theory, you could just bench reset back to night, then back to day again, and then you should still be able to have the guaranteed Gible spawn. But I waited it out just because I didn't want to mess anything up. I took a note on exactly where they were spawning, then found another alpha drober, repeat again, confirm, adjust if you need to adjust, let the day-night cycle go through, or just reset day-night cycle, do whatever you need to do. Do it one more time, and then I stopped at 3. I've tried 4, I've messed up 4. It like messed everything up. It could be like area 20 where like only 6 of them could be there, but I don't know. It could be more. In theory, you could get 4 or 5 guaranteed Gible spawns. 3's been working out for me, so I'm gonna stay with 3 until I get my Gible. Once I get my shiny Gible, I'll definitely probably try to do 4 or 5 so I can get the entire line, but yeah. I'm gonna post a long version of this, no edits, and then I'm gonna edit it and like make it a shorter, more manageable video. But thanks for tuning in. Maybe I'll do some more videos in the future. Alrighty.